Hey guys, T-Glizzy here, and today we're going to be tier ranking all 7 of the final raid bosses in Destiny 2 according to their boss health and also their encounter difficulty. So we are going to be tier ranking them according to the S tier down to the D tier. So if you do go on to enjoy this Destiny 2 video, please be sure to let me know by smashing that thumbs up button. But without further ado, let's dive straight into it. Kick things off, we have Oryx as our first raid boss. So Oryx has a total of 16 million HP. So we're going to go ahead and be putting Oryx in the A tier, and let's go ahead and bring over our difficulty chart. So for difficulty for Oryx, we're going to go ahead and place Oryx near the top in the A tier. Oryx is going to be sitting in the A tier because I feel like this encounter is still pretty challenging to Sherpa new players through, and then also when Oryx was introduced into Destiny 2 as a reprise raid, he still put up quite a fight for Guardians trying to get their day 1 clear. So I gotta pay respect to Oryx and put him in the A tier. Now moving on to our next raid boss, we have Rook. Rook has a total of 14.5 million HP with an additional 1.5 million HP during his final stand, giving Rook a total of 16 million HP. Rook is from the Vow of the Disciple raid, so we're going to go ahead and be placing Rook in the A tier, and then to bring over our difficulty chart. So for Rook, I'm going to be placing Rook in the B tier for difficulty. Reason being, you can get carried through this raid pretty easily. I still don't know the Rook encounter like the back of my hand, and I have 15 to 20 completions of this raid, and reason being is because you only need 2 to 3 people to know the mechanics, and you'll be all good to get your Rook clear. So we got to place Rook in the B tier because he's a pretty easy boss to Sherpa Guardians through. Next up here we have Atheon. So Atheon has a total of 8,700,000 health, so that's going to be putting Atheon in the C tier. And let's go ahead and bring over the difficulty chart. So the difficulty chart, we're actually going to be placing Atheon in the A tier. Reason for putting Atheon in the A tier is when Atheon first launched back in Destiny 1, this was the first raid race for World First, so we got to pay respect there. And then also when this raid was reprised again for Destiny 2, same thing with King's Fall with Oryx, Atheon put up a pretty good fight, stopping a lot of Guardians from actually getting their day 1 clear, so we got to pay respect to Atheon and place them in the A tier. Moving on from there, we have Tanik. So Tanik has a total of 6.8 million health with an additional 1.2 million health during Tanik's final stand. So this is going to be putting Tanik at 8 million HP. So Tanik is also going to be placed in the C tier. And then let's bring over our difficulty chart, and we're going to be placing Tanik actually in the D tier. Tanik is one of the easier encounters. I feel like the day 1 for Tanik wasn't that bad, and even nowadays Sherpa and Guardians through Tanik isn't that bad at all. So we got to place Tanik in the D tier for not being that challenging of a final raid boss. Moving on to our next raid, we have Garden of Salvation with the Sanctified Mind. So the Sanctified Mind has a total of 4.8 million HP. So this is actually going to be putting Sanctified Mind in the D tier, under 5 million HP. And let's bring over our difficulty chart, and we're actually going to be placing Sanctified Mind in the S tier. Sanctified Mind is easily one of the hardest raids in Destiny 2. I still have trouble actually Sherpaing Guardians through this raid to this day. And then also the day 1 clear for Garden of Salvation only had a total of 500 Guardians that completed it, and Sanctified Mind had a huge part to play in this, so we gotta pay respect to Sanctified Mind and put him in the S tier. Now moving on to our next raid boss, we have Nazareth. So Nazareth can have a total of 12.9 million HP, but other groups are reporting that their HP numbers are all over the place. Other groups are reporting that they got a total damage number of 12.7 million HP, 11.7 million, and also 10.5 mil. But we're going to give Nazareth the benefit of the doubt and say that his total HP is 12.9 million, so that's going to be placing Nazareth in the B tier. So for difficulty, let's bring the difficulty chart over. We're going to be placing Nazareth in the D tier, with this being one of the easiest raids in Destiny 2 and having the most day 1 completions. We gotta basically give Nazareth what he deserves and put him in the D tier for being the easiest raid boss in Destiny 2. Finally, we have Riven. So Riven has a total of 2.3 million HP, having the lowest amount of HP in Destiny 2, and that's definitely very obvious right now with our current meta. You can just use Lament and basically kill Riven in under 30 seconds, which is just absolutely insane with no setup required at all. So we got to go ahead and place Riven in the D tier for only having 2.4 million HP, and then let's bring over our difficulty chart, and we're going to be placing Riven in the D tier. So Riven is really wishy-washy. Riven could be an A or an S tier boss, but typically most of the time Riven is just a D tier boss. You can LFG Riven and basically tell everybody just throw on Lament, cheese this boss, and it's an easy dub. Riven has been cheesable since it was first launched with the Last Wish raid back in Forsaken, so Riven has been cheesable for literally over 3 years now, and I don't think anything's going to be changing anytime soon. So we're going to be placing Riven in the D tier for difficulty. That does it for our tier ranking chart, tier ranking each of the final raid bosses in Destiny 2 according to their HP and also according to their encounter difficulty. So we didn't have any bosses that were in the S tier over 20 million health, but we did have one boss that was placed in the S tier for our difficulty chart, and that was Sanctified Mind, being one of the hardest final raid bosses in Destiny 2. So if you guys did enjoy this Destiny 2 video, please be sure to let me know by smashing that thumbs up button. We'll be bringing more of these type of videos in the future, and we'll be tier ranking all of the raid bosses from each raid in the future if this video gets enough support. But yeah guys, that's gonna do it for me in this Destiny 2 video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to let me know by smashing that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe for more. And I've been your boy T Glizzy. You guys have been my awesome viewers, and I'll see you guys in another. Peace.